Okay, I've wanted to make maple syrup alcohol for quite a long time, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. So to start with this, maple syrup. It feels like such a waste. So I hope that it doesn't actually get wasted, and I hope it turns out delicious. Glug, 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 glug. Oh my gosh. Seriously? Okay, hey, that looks pretty damn cool with all those bubbles. Check that out. Anyway, put some of that in. This is water that I've boiled and let cool. So I'm going to put some of this in. Not all the way to the top, give it some room to bubble around. Like that. This is some winemaking yeast. The specific strain is MA33. It's meant to be good for keeping acidity down, which is unnecessary for this, I think, but this is what I have. Just whack some of that in. There we go. I can taste that in my mouth. I'm going to get yeast infection in my teeth. Or nightmares about having yeast infections in my teeth. It's almost 2 AM. I've got to go to bed. Alright, squiggle that around. Squiggle is not the word I'm looking for. It's almost 2 AM. Okay, I'll put the lid on so it's not quite tight so that carbon dioxide can come out. And leave that, and now I will go to bed. Good night. Okay, well, I let this ferment for about 2 weeks. It was still kind of bubbling slowly when I put the lid on because I wanted it to be bubbly, you know, carbonated. Now I should say that Canadians probably do this all the time, I assume. I didn't look because I didn't want to see like 500 videos. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna add another one to that. But anyways, so it's pretty clear. It's kind of frosted because I put it in the fridge. It's got condensation on it, I should say. But that's the color. And I assume that because it's going to be carbonated, or it is carbonated, that this sediment down the bottom, see there's a good centimeter of sediment, it will cloud it up fairly quickly as soon as I open it. I have here a glass, a wine glass. Now I'm expecting like a pile of hotcakes with maple syrup and butter flavor, even though I didn't add any hotcakes or any butter. I expect it to be sweet, and I want it to be sweet, not too sweet. Let's give it a go, shall we? Oh, good sound. Oh, it's a breeze. It's really, really carbonated. Oh, it's bubbling like a bejesus. Smells good. Whoa! My wife will clean that up. No, she won't. Should I just taste it like this? I don't know. That was really bubbly, huh? It sounds good. Look at that. Canadian white wine. It smells like homemade wine. Doesn't smell like maple syrup. It's not very sweet. It's pretty damn good. Look at that, I've lost half of the bloody thing already. A lot of the sediment's still down the bottom, but it is pretty cloudy, so a lot still came up. Tempted to suck that up, because I just wiped the table. It's not that dirty. Oh, someone's car alarm, that's nice. I've never heard a car alarm here, but now there's one. Doesn't taste like a pile of hotcakes with butter and maple syrup. It tastes sort of tangy. It tastes hearty. It tastes like a meal. Imagine there was like a alcoholic Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and Willy Wonka, he's like, oh, try this one, it's steak and eggs and ham and butter pudding. butter pudding. Is that a thing? I'm sure it's a thing. Butter pudding. Look it up. The price of maple syrup has dropped in Australia recently, I think. Or maybe it just seems cheaper because everything else is so goddamned expensive. I'm not angry. Just bitter. I mean, it is good. What does it taste like? I'm trying to pass on the flavor. All I've eaten today is sultanas and coffee. And quite a lot of it because I'm trying to study. And here's the postman. Is he going to give me something? No. Thank God for that. It tastes like I'm eating something. Not pancakes. Carbonated yeast extract. It's got a tiny bit of sweetness to it. Do you want a close-up? Sometimes when I'm recording something like this and it's a once-off, I can't go back and drink it again. I'm like, am I recording? And I get up and I have a look. And then usually I'm like, phew, I am recording, good. It tastes like what I assume it would be like to kiss a Canadian girl. It's very cold. I think it would be okay warm. I wonder what it would be like hot. Maybe like mulled, you know, with some fruit juices and actually some fresh maple syrup and some cinnamon and nutmeg. Maybe that's what I'll do one day. I'll make it again. I won't carbonate it so much, and then I'll heat it up. If only we had cold winters in Brisbane. It's winter right now, and I put on this shirt so you couldn't see the shirt underneath because it's really... Actually, it's too small. I feel a bit tipsy. A little bit tipsy-do, as they say in Canada. I don't know. Could sure go for a snowboard after this. I'm pretty glad that I closed the lid when I did because it's just got this tiny bit of sweetness. It's got no maple flavor. I guess this is what the Queen drinks when she goes to Canada. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go drink this one slowly while dying in that game Battlegrounds, which I suck at. I recommend you make it yourself if you like trying new things. Doesn't taste terrible.